morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into another video. I know this one's a little bit overdue, but today we're finally going to be talking about that all-new 900 Global Zen Gold Label. Just recently came out within the last week or two. But before we get into, obviously, that conversation, just a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel. That helps me out a ton. It keeps me motivated to keep making videos for you guys and helps me put out the content that I'm able to do. So again, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also make sure you support Storm, Iron Bowling, and Vice. They're a huge part of what I do, and you know, they help support me in what I do, and I can't thank them enough for all the support. I'll be having a video coming out soon. I know I did one in the past when I drilled my Phase 5. This time, I'm going to show you guys how I drilled my all-new Roto Grip Tour Dynamics. So I punched that one up, kind of went through all the Vice products with you guys, and I'll kind of explain to you in that video as to why I use them and why I'm such a big fan of Vice products. So be on the lookout for that video, but also make sure you again, support Storm and I Am Bowling. Whenever you're purchasing a jersey or any other apparel from I Am Bowling, you can use my promo code down here. It's going to be FIREOUT07, and that'll save you 20% off of your entire apparel order. And that also does work for most of like their promotions and deals that they have going on. So I believe currently right now we have a buy 4 jerseys, get 1 free. You can apply that promo code with that one as well, and that will get you 20% off as well as that free jersey. That works for most promos, not all promos, so don't be surprised if you enter it in during a promo and it doesn't work, but it does work for most of them. So anyways, that's my plug for I Am Bowling. Just make sure, again, you support Storm, I Am Bowling, and Vice. They're a huge reason of what I'm able to do and what I'm able to provide for you guys. So let's get into the Zen Gold Label here now. The layout on this gold label is a 5x3 by 3.5. The pattern that we're utilizing is a 41-foot typical house shot and that 36-foot low volume pattern. Again, I really like this low volume pattern because I feel like it gives me an idea as to what that ball is going to do, A, in the track area, and B, once that pattern kind of breaks down and I have to move left a little bit. So if you like seeing this low volume pattern, make sure you comment down below so I can, you know, continue to utilize it. But let's jump into the video of the gold label. Alright kids, let's dive into this Zen Gold Label by 900 Global. Now, because this is a 900 Global release, this unfortunately does not come with a scent. The scent is only with the Storm branch, but regardless, this ball does look good, even though it doesn't smell. But the out-of-box finish with this ball is the Reactive Gloss finish. This is the brand new finish that Storm has had for, I think, a year or two, maybe a little less than a year. I don't exactly remember, but they've really actually really done some work in TLC with this Reactive Gloss finish, and it's really starting to look really good going down the lane. But anyways, the cover on this ball is the Reserve Blend 801 cover stock. This came out in relation with that Exponent that has the Reserve Blend 701 cover stock. But anyways, this Reserve Blend cover stock, this is the first time it's ever been used, and this is the actual Pearl cover stock. I'm not sure if they're going to come out with a hybrid or solid cover stock like this. I would assume that maybe down the pipeline they will, but I'm not sure how far away that is or even if it's coming. Now we'll talk about this Meditate core. This is the 6th time this Meditate core has ever been used. This is the 4th stateside time that this has ever been used. There were 2 overseas releases. An interesting fact about this Meditate core that I guess I never even realized until I started doing research for this video is the Meditate core is the largest core that has ever been put into a bowling ball in terms of volume. So really, this ball creates the biggest footprint really of, I would assume, any symmetrical ball that is out on the market currently. The RG on this ball is 249, the differential is 051, and this Zen ball is meant for medium to heavy oil conditions. So we'll jump into the original Zen, or the OG Zen, as I will probably refer to it in this video. But this is the OG Zen. It was released in November of 2020. This also, because it was a 900 global release, does not have a scent. The box finish for this regular Zen, when it was introduced in November of 2020, was a 1500 grip polish. Now, as you guys know, or maybe you guys don't know, this 1500 grip polish has since been discontinued. They no longer utilize a 1500 grit polish, which is why they came up with that reactor gloss, and kind of between there was the 4K fast finish that Storm kind of introduced, just as like a little bridge to get to reactor gloss. So the cover on this ball is the S77 Responsive Pearl, and surprisingly to me, after doing research again, this is the only time that this cover has been used stateside. They used it two other times really. The other 2 times were overseas, and those were actually into Zen overseas releases. So again, it's been used 3 times and only 1 time stateside, and this again is a pearl cover, as previously mentioned. And then obviously with this regular Zen, the OG Zen, we have the same meditate core that we find in that gold label. So again, pretty much all of those stats are the same. Again, the RG and differential is the same. It's 249 and 051 on the diff. So that's the last ball with the Zen. Now the Zen, again, the original Zen is a little older, as you see me kind of throw it here now on that low volume pattern. But again, that Zen that I was throwing is a little older, so performance-wise it might not be up to snuff as far as like a brand new ball out of box, such as this gold label. So you can take the original Zen with a grain of salt. Obviously, any new ball is not going to compare with an old ball like that. But so things that I've seen comparing the gold label with the OG Zen is the gold label, especially even when the Zen was fresh, from what I can tell and what I can notice, the gold label is a lot sharper down lane. And obviously these balls are laid out just a smidge different. But this gold label is certainly sharper down lane. I think it might actually be even a little cleaner through the front part of the lane. But yeah, I really do. I did not match up well with the original Zen. I drilled 2 of them, 2 or 3 I think, and each one of them, yeah, they were great, but I didn't get the performance that kind of everybody else was claiming to get and really happy with. So this gold label for me, I think, is turning into what I expected that Zen to be. Obviously, the OG Zen came out 2.5, 3 years ago, but this OG's, or the gold label, is really an updated version and one that I'm liking very much. Alright, so we saw the gold label go down the lane. First impressions of this ball is I think it's going to be very good and look very good on like a medium to medium heavy to heavy patterns. I think it's certainly sharper down lane and off that spot, off that breakpoint, than what that OG Zen was, and I hope you guys were able to see that in the video. It should also give you a pretty good look, I think, on fresh patterns as well. So again, I honestly would tier this just a little bit above the Zen. Personally, I never really got along with the Zen too well. I drilled up, I think, 2 or 3 of them. Never really quite got along with the Zen, but this gold label, I think, is looking really good, and I'm actually a really big fan of it. So who's this gold label for? Well, really, if you're looking for a new benchmark pearl, so let's say you have a 2 or a 3 ball arsenal, and you're looking to replace that pearl ball that you have in your bag, I think this would be a perfect one. Also, if you're just looking for something on like a house shot, I think this would look really well as well. Not to say that it wouldn't work well in a league shot, but I think this ball is really going to shine and really come through on more of those softer sort of house shot conditions. I also think that if you're looking for something that has more shape through the back part of the lane, a little bit stronger off that spot, a little bit stronger off that break point, I think this ball is going to do really well. But also I do think that this ball really gets through the fronts really well, and really is clean through that front part of the lane. So if you have a little bit of a burn spot developing up front, I think this ball could get you enough through the heads, through the front parts of the lane, and really kind of retain some energy once you get to the back part of the lane. So, and I certainly think this could be for all styles. I think this could be for your lower rev rate players, your higher rev rate players, your lower speed players, your higher speed players. Two-handed, I think this ball could be really versatile for you guys, and I think this could potentially work for pretty much every sort of style in bowling. So we're going to talk about the shelf life. How long do I see the shelf life of this ball? This is a really tricky question, and I think a kind of a loaded question, I think. I think it all depends on how it stacks up to the Zen as far as performance and as far as longevity. If this ball, kind of holds its performance, kind of like the Zen did, I could see this ball staying out on the market for a while. However, if it doesn't quite match what the Zen offers as far as longevity and sort of thing, I think this ball could stay on the market for 1.5 to 2 years. Now, if you've been watching some of my past videos here, a lot of these new releases I've only put a shelf life of 1 year on, so this is obviously a little bit longer than what those current balls are. But I say this one could certainly stick around for a little bit. My official guess is 1.5 to 2 years, but I could certainly see this ball sticking around longer, especially if that performance kind of matches up to what that Zen was. The way I see it, this is just an updated, newer technology Zen. Obviously, those balls really seem to do well on the market, so I could certainly see this ball performing and doing well. So I know this ball is currently out, so do you have a Zen Gold Label? Are you getting one? Do you plan on getting one? And if you do have one, how is it performing for you? Very curious to hear, so make sure you drop that in the comments down below. Up next, we have the Roto-Grip Clone and the Roto-Grip Tour Dynamics. I can't throw a bowling ball yet due to my shoulder surgery. I'm hoping that maybe in a week or two, that's a little, that might be pushing it, but I'm hoping in a week or two I can hopefully get those balls at least down the lanes. I also do have the all-new 3G Racers as well. Those are all new shoes that came out from 3G, so if you actually want to see a review on those, want to listen to me talking to them so that you can make a decision as to whether you want to get the Racers as your next shoe, make sure you let me know down in the comments down below. But until the next video, guys, good luck and good bowling.